Welcome back to Mocha Homestead. I know it's been a while and things have changed so much. Last year we had a lot going on, and so we had to pause on uploading videos to handle some things, but we are back. So we are going to start you off where we left off with our little seedlings on last year. While we were gone, I made some bread for the first time, and it was yummy. I got a chance to hang out with some friends and just spend some time relaxing. I won some beautiful flowers, made some memories, and here are the beautiful flowers that I won and some that I grew. So let's get back to where we left off. Sometimes the tough things in life come to teach us a lesson, and sometimes they come to redirect us back to our happy place. Whichever one it is, we have to take the good with the bad, learn to be appreciative, and learn true happiness. Welcome to Mocha Homestead.
You just have to make sure that your soil is moist before you put it in the containers, because it's going to be a little bit harder to moisten the soil once it's in the containers. And if you do it after you put your seed in, you may displace the seed, and then you won't have germination because your seed will be too deep in the soil. So be sure to moisten your soil, and you want it moistened kind of the consistency of brownie batter. So you want it to be able to stick together, but not to where when you squeeze it, it's wet. And of course you'll water it a little bit after you put your seed in there to activate the seed, but you just don't want it drenched. And even if you're using seed starting mix like I am, you still want to go through and feel for things like sticks and little pieces of bark that may not be as broken down as they need to be, because these will impede your let's see if you can see that. These will impede your germination as well, because the seeds only have enough strength, enough energy in them to pop through the soil. They don't have enough energy to fight around big pieces of bark or mulch or things that might be included in your soil. So that's why it's a good idea to sift it, especially if you're using your garden soil as your seed starting soil. You want to sift that, and there are several videos on YouTube that show you how to sift it. Some people use the dollar store little wire baskets and sift it through there, but you just use what you can and what you have and just sift through it. I just comb through my seed starting mix and pull out anything that I feel might be a little bit too big. If there's pieces that are a little bit chunky, I break them up. The cocoa core sometimes is not as broken up as it needs to be, so sometimes it's in chunks like this. And what I normally do is just break it into smaller pieces so that it can get some of the moisture and not be dry pockets. But once you have that done, I am actually going to be using these 2-inch pots for my seeds and my peppers. Thank you. And you're going to want to pat it down, fill it, pat it down. Don't squish it too hard to where it is impacted. Like you don't want it packed down to where the roots can't get through. I like to pack mine in to, let me see if you can see on here. I like to pack mine. There's a lip right here around the inside. I like to pack it to that. Is where I like my soil. Push it down just gently, but firmly, but not too firm.
Have a popsicle?
Sure.
Hooray!
And you just pack it down. Y'all excuse my daughter. This is real life.
What's wrong, Stormy?
And there you go. And you also want to make sure when you look at the bottom, you want to make sure that the soil is down at the bottom, because when you're bottom watering, if there's no soil, let's see if you can see that. If there's no soil touching these holes, then the water won't get in. And then you won't, your plants will dry out and die. So now I'm just going to go ahead and finish the rest of these, and then we'll get to planting the seeds. All right, so now that we have all of the containers filled with soil, we're going to go ahead and plant the seeds. So I may have gone a little bit overboard, you guys. I might have bought too many seeds. I have 10 different pepper varieties and 9 different tomato varieties. So we're going to go through all of them, and then I will plant some, and then we'll see what happens. So the first one is jalapeno peppers. And I got these from Aldi, I believe 2 seasons ago. Or last summer, I can't remember which one. Then I have the cayenne pepper that I got from the Dollar Tree. I am going to be planting Sweet Heat that I got from Rooting for You Farms. I have a California Wonder Pepper. I can't remember where I got that one from, but I'm going to have to think about that. I believe I got it from, I can't remember. I'll have to look and see where I got that one from. I got the King of the North pepper that I got from Rooting for You. I also have a Touchdown pepper from the same place. A shishito pepper. I don't know if you guys can see that. Banana pepper from Aldi. The sweet sunset Italian peppers that I got from, it was another one, True Leaf. I got it from True Leaf. And then the grand bell pepper from the Dollar Tree. And I think I may throw in, last year I saved some seeds from a green bell pepper plant that I had, and I think I'm going to throw that one in. Because I don't have very many bell peppers, I don't think. Well, I think I do, but they're not green bell peppers. Now, on to the tomatoes. I'm going to do the Sweet 100s because those were actually really good last year. I have this Sweetie from Burpees. I have a Rainbow Blend tomato. This one I'm really excited to try. The pineapple tomato. I have a Marriage Genuine tomato. And a lot of these are my first time growing these this year. I have the Big Brandy. The large red cherry from the Dollar Tree. I'm also excited to try these tomatillos. I got these from Dollar Seeds. And the beefsteak tomato. So those are the seeds that I am going to plant. The tomatoes, most of the tomatoes are a 1/2 inch seed spacing. So I'm going to put those down in the soil, and I'll show you how I do that. And then let's see, for the peppers, they are also, actually, the peppers are 1/4 of an inch. The tomatoes are 1/4 of an inch as well. So what I normally do when when something is 1/4 of an inch, what I normally do is I put them on the surface. If you remember, I only fill my soil up to where the lip is, so it has a little bit of area left in the container. Let me see if you can see that. There is, let's see, there is a lip along the pot that I fill up to. And the reason why I do that is because if there is something that needs 1/4 of an inch of soil, what I do is I put the seeds on top and then I sprinkle a little bit of soil over them and press it down a little bit so that I don't have to worry about trying to go too deep with my seeds. So I'm going to give you an example of that. Okay, so I have gone ahead and labeled each one of the cups so that I know what I need to put in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put the seeds over the top, and then I will show you how I fill in the dirt on top after I have dropped the seeds in here. Okay, so now that I have gotten all of my seeds in, you just watch me do that. Now I'm going to show you what I normally do to finish them off. So I already have my pre-moistened soil, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on top of each one. Like that. And then I take it and I pat it down just a little bit. Like that. And then to activate my seed, what I do is I have a spray bottle that I got off of Amazon. It's a misting spray bottle. So I can just mist lightly a couple of times the top so that I'm not saturating the seed too much to where it moves, but I'm giving it enough moisture to where it will start to germinate because it needs water to activate it. So I'm gonna do this for the rest of them and then I will be right back. So another thing that I forgot to tell you guys is normally I will mix this in. It's just regular cinnamon. Normally I will mix this in with my soil. What I have found is it stops it from, when you're starting seeds inside, it stops it from having any type of fungus or having issues with dampening off that can sometimes occur when you're doing seeds inside. So what I normally do is just sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon. I normally sprinkle it into the soil and mix it all up when I'm softening my soil, but I forgot to do that this time. So if you happen to forget, or if you have already started some seeds and you want to try this, you can sprinkle it on top, just a light coating on top, and see if that makes any difference with your plants. I actually got this tip from a friend who also gardens, and I have been doing that, and it has been amazing with helping with dampening off, decreasing dampening off, and fungus gnats and things like that that sometimes occur when you're growing your seeds indoors. So if you want to give that a try, go ahead. But we are done for today. Thank you for watching. If you like my content, please be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you are notified first when I post other videos. And until next time, thank you for watching Mocha Homestead.